Onyamu Rainsimu, I say GH Politics Avenue. No more kwaba. Subscribe to the channel. Yan will leave you comment under the comment section or at the amami. I mean sure so why sir. Na yan queen simu quick one. Na kwaku usu Banahene. Ene o Alleges enyasem koto akra. Se presidential jeta akodi France hu nyina wewe na chin MPP4 ena umadi acid egoku part of it itimi ema no ewewe na chin na umutumpo nyina ne se eyanhyehyɛ a omuhyehyɛ edema omampanyin dwondromani Mahama se wode presidential jet no ebenya akwanhyia na ye afidie ene na wo moso na plane crash here course yi krampo no MPP4 enim hu bi a kwaku ye gin kwaku nim besere se ye munwura na so ye abra o Alleges beda se wadimbre ewa
enanso asem kese a ayi aban kasamafo ba kon ye wura kwaku owusu Banahene ebeka no money so se wa One Sadiq Adams, I suppose to buy my morning show no pay no. Was it helicopter no I quote free no. NPP4 be any movie.
I almost two boom
I was Wamuko and Kofuko she acid egu a helicopter no I do crack can be cranked in the man. I
go share acid egu helicopter no sana ebe
say share omu and Kofuko crash sanitary the national security for cry and to a monsan from that because I some no song some kase ante say na wosi obi ko hwe acid gu helicopter no ho na ba ehye dia anopay
the helicopter you see etu a ye hwe se bibia gina na kwam na acid gu ho no ma
we dey tie no tie
pipes e work Obama clearly when e bi ni president ajecha ye dia ko France ya ye hwe ha na MPP4 na ha say acid omni ko gugu pipes e work ho nyina ade ikorodu ye tibi fa pedestrian ajechi ma and no mampanyi yusu ni ajecha say I don't know yusu ye cut traps and crop ya set ukrom ha mama ye ni na o
on asset traps
MPP teacher ti mampanyi yusu aircraft no asai no a ni mfi nyina bubu no
na asai na mo se
okuje to black kwa bodi na usuro no
enti ono owura kwaku Banahene ya woye okasa de ma ban na mote ne nka no na enu achi na national communication team member ono so kasa de ma NPP amanyokuyo no owura Aaron asiedu ne dia woka efa honi
no arehosem I don't think say we MPP ni we NDC ni we CPP ni no matter political party we join in yanum de omuso omode na political party movement sebe kra no we nipa nwotwe a ewuye no ne deepest downfall the deepest enemy the highest enemy kra na you don't win.
Very well. Listen. Ravi. Doko. Ravi, you know, we need your beshami. It's a journey, no means. We need your beshami biom. She said, me need be a national politics. My hair junk. My no can say. No, my name is Papa Neo Dr. Mani Brahma. I'm so saddened. I try to read about death every time, but Ubaka could do the because you see, death is inevitable, and the style of the bebano, and the nipa no befano. When you sit back and reflect, then people say, "Na, so we could judge nipa no, say do we got the meaning you between ni my body na me dey go bag no, na me dey jaw mani brahma kwai. Between you go between so ni yi santo ni my body. Let me dey jano kwai. Monday me you show no Osman special assistant God brains and was sending Miska Monday ya you will get na aden body ben nipa e den I will ask why me I will question God I have to because look or you highly religious person say ba sorry kwa how did I meet Omani Brahma? It was at a news conference that the gentleman talked about, that same year, I was in the University of Cape Coast. I also contested for National Secretary. I had met him a year earlier at the University of Ghana conference, and I met Pesa White that year. Highly intelligent gentleman, and money. Franklin Kujo. So it was there I got to know they were from the same school, and I got to know Omani. Omani just passed through.
Yeah, Addo.
Yes, Addo was Luke's president, and I was a close confidant of Addo. So we went to that conference together. So it was there I met the Legon people, Pesa White, Omani. Omani just passed through, but he came to inform us that next year he'll be contesting. So the thing was on rotational basis. So what do we do? The rotation basis meant that Omani would have to wait. Because so if you Cape Costa, not Looks, if you Cape Costa, you cut tech and send a Balegon. So what do we do? I dream the bar team say I should suggest to Addo that we should change the news constitution and then centralize the elections, because other universities were coming up and they also needed to take part in the National Union of Ghana students as leaders. So what do we do? So we went for a conference and then we changed the constitution that we will decide and elect our people at a national conference after vacation. And it's like Obia betumi di lady Abba, Obia betumi di Nipa Abba, University Bia. So the rotational system stopped after Addo. So that year, when Omani came to Cape Coast to contest, I contested as national secretary. I lost by 2 votes. Omani 2 lost. Edward Bawa won. John Kuma was at that elections. The late John Kuma. Yes, meet good people. John Kuma, I told you, is a good man. I told you. If you even look at how he came up in national politics. Yes, Saaneti. But Omani Bwana, when he lost the elections, he didn't stop, because his close friend, Dr. Soji Tete, was my junior from Achimota Primary to the secondary school. So I saw that he was his close guy. So the following year, I decided to follow them to Kumasi. I had finished the university. I was doing my national service. So I followed them. And when I went, Mugabe, we had to support Omani to win. Omani was NPP at the time, because you could see the influence of Osafo Mafu and Isaac Esiama
at the campus.
Yes, at that time. I was part of the campaign with Izaka. We used our laptops to go around room to room to tell delegates to vote for him and other things. So, Mugabe, we're part of the journey. And like I told you, when he became Luke's president, what happened was that government had increased the VAT from 10% to 12.5%. But at the time Osafo Mafu was going to pay the money to us, he paid 2.5% of the tax he had collected. But he said, Omani open mathematics. So we decided to challenge Osafo Mafu on this basis. If the tax was 10%, and it had been increased to 12.5%. It means that this new one, we had a 2.5% stake in the 12.5%. So if you collect the tax, what you do is that you find 2.5% of the 12.5 and pay to the GET fund. And that was the problem we had with Nanaya Osafo Mafu. So they broke ranks. It was Akuffo's darling boy. I sent the pictures on my status the other time, whilst he was with Akuffo, when he was Luke's president. He used to go to the Castle Gardens. They used to organize all African Students Union. Then, like I said, when that issue came up, we had a press conference. We told Nanaya Osafo Mafu that
maybe before issue statements, Tamale Central Abai.
I've seen it. Mugabe leave them.
Take it back. Yes. Now they want a form.
That's what I'm saying. So 2.5 of 12.5 meant that we're going to get 20%. They collected the money and they gave to us. So they fell out with Omani. Omani too, at the time, Professor Mills had sent a signal so that they will rally all the National Union of Ghana students, presidents in the system onto the side of the NDC. You know, he was a lecturer in the classroom, so we knew what student leadership, so that we'll have a youthful face within the party, which is the NDC. So he was taxed. Many people, Uncle Atua Howard was on TV. He was one of the people who was tasked with Pratt to bring him close. And I remember his first outing at CJ. I was there some at the CJ Teachers Hall. The day he was speaking, he was stammering. Yes, Committee for Joint Action. He was stammering. The words were not coming out properly. You know, he's a stammerer. And we're talking about at that time.
Managed it very well.
Yes, and Martin's cocaine case had come. So we had to be brief that day, because if we allowed him to talk for long, the verbose was not coming as we wanted it to come. So we had to cut it short, and Kumbo took over. And we found a way.
Benjamin Kumbo.
Yes. Omani was rising. Then Professor Mills came to power, Deputy Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. Then he was made Deputy Minister for Sports. He took us to 2010, the African Cup. Then he came back, and then when Professor Mills demised, he was made substantive minister under John Dramani Mahama. Yes. When he calls you or he invites you to his office, Mugabe, if I tell you the message he shared with me on Monday, when the plane crash happened, I was sitting somewhere praising him to the people I was meeting with. At the time of the plane crash, around 9:40, 9:50 on that Wednesday morning, I was sitting at Alisa Hotel praising him and telling people about the future of Omani Brahma and how one day he'll become Ghana's president. I, Alistair Nelson, I was sitting there praising him. He's an angel in heaven as we speak now. I'm telling you, because of the kind deeds he did here, more than an angel. Me, Alistair, who am I? Who am I? Or sending me sika. He best my Momo account on my birthday. Me limit 15,000. Into anapano. Me you buy no. Who sending me sika and baby? He best my Momo account on my birthday. I'm telling you. Me you be telling me my budget. Me do Johnny coin. Doctor, why the best friend? Oh doctor. Oh doctor. Oh God, why? Oh God. Oh, where do we stand as young people? Young person, about politics. Look at his affability. Look at his open-mindedness. Look at how he listens to everybody.
Opens his door for
everyone. When the president sent him to the defense ministry, I jumped in my room. Do you know why? I knew him as a principled and regimented person. So I told somebody that there's no way he will fail at the ministry. Because though he's a civilian, or to say soldier, he does not play with his time. He does not play with his plans. He's always prim and proper. His dressing, his outlook, everything. Why, God? I will ask you.
No, sir.
Mugabe,
we worked together during the elections.
Yes.
And information be a baby biana. I'll be the first person of a friend media heading. Eddie Mano. Bisumiti be bia. One in the first person of my friend heading. Eddie Mano. So after the elections, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Me want pa ana ofre me no si muga bibi aboko madam ne nkola na me si bibi aboko hwe screen so
yeah picture will descending
2 weeks ago in his office, Ministry of Air Defense.
Oh doctor,
and you call you know idin komo bibiri and went na on any share ya was muga you know what nipa bibiri mutu kwan na waba beboa me ma ben no me ben no na oka kire ni se ni papers no ba ko atwere so visitors me ya no si go through nga me tu kwan no nipa bibiri na ba hwehwe mi wo mati ya o ma metumi nto ba ha me secretary no o fa book obi obaba ba hwehwe me bia wa metumi bia no o twere ni din anytime o de bae any day o de bae inti afi na maba no ene adwuma me be ya ne se me be fafo na mafo mu nyina na masa shede obi ya se yeso be hwehwe me na na me ni ho inti date we me available on command our person we need no bra na maba anasa how many of us ena ebetumi free office including myself na obi ba ba hwehwe me no be ni obi owo na chi no betimi atake sankofo no betwe omu din no omu contacts now be back from your travel now be take your time after nkofo no because where he is no a strategic area defense is a very strategic area be information be no be dey blow into gas will be about office one but 20 no oh man ko the baby e be na life no be save and we run office one I okay can be from I said it here say me we are how to say me you be a if you have an ABC from the soldiers and one say salute me say ya straight me do on me din we run lift me na we din this time or the other one we run and lift me na we din ko and with defense ministry and then say me why even on my birthday post to me on Facebook. You know man I go find from President time. Now that particular particular Wednesday na we no na me were meeting different area because I know money appointment at the Zani tent, you know. Me cancel some meeting, you know. I was me kono 10 o'clock. And rather no, okache me say me ko si Abuja, me deputy na me ni me nyebe nku bisa enkomo no. Ti anopa before say me be free no, me ni Abuja di kai di nkomo in the morning, less than 10 minutes. And you be a free or brass or tiny living room. You be quite so money, and you catch him say, helicopter be a koto at your baby or free ban. Before I say about 3 hours social media, now you 2 hours, now Martin 2 hours. And Mitra say, and be say, we be a man in the new common name. Ya wa friend say, Mini Bojan Kosia. Ada ini pano yare yana de, you say helicopter. Esa brati na okasa wo TV no so ya okasa wo afuo mu no hu se be 5 minutes play it you know helicopter ni twa ma no hu se abodua bi mu na akoto forest no bi wan se jaya hase yeden eso ewo so me mfoni a me ne o mani twa ya and I ask myself say say na yo mani o me promise di be si wo kina Musafa mfoni we no video na no wo eye Air Force base wono na Akuffo helicopter no ya all say goodbye to the bodyguards no Ralph Mofa no to so man and Broja we the deputy another fantastic gentleman you could the boss kwai na in less than 1 hour 30 minutes now boss wa ko ja the kwai no e say goodbye no who ni biem production team batch of video now ready. Yeah, Banahene te by your car no my den urban.
Such a manner.
Such abasani you see you.
What?
Sani you see you.
I'll pray about it and ask God.
I'm ask myself. Sani you see you.
Such a good person. What? I think Bonnie Bay.
Yeah, when I say white you. Oh, the body. White in the sunny.
We got some catch also.
And he was the last person to be always say the position into no. At the president too quiet. He's the last person so body. Or full will be out for him. When I say white in the original is no. Or by fro. When they say one. When they say white white no the call you.
Oh my baba.
Oh my baba oh money. White no the call you Vanessa.
So rest in perfect peace. I believe
no.
God has accepted.
Why?
Believe that God has taken you back.
What in that kingdom?
What?
Money ajiwe ho. Illegal immigrant money ajiwe ho.
That's him.
Yeah. With a pity.
Rest in peace. Nebroja.
Oye one minister. The deputy call the officer of Fana Prekope.
Oh, Boja is a fantastic gentleman.
Boja dear, as so much on the power.
I'm telling you.
Because any on your or money. What are there times ministers in your how many deputies?
Yeah, no relationship.
But when you Boja dear, now when you can say a team.
Yeah.
True definition of a team.
Yeah.
Boja dan on that or they written a better one on that won't mean being any. On also any young sa. Bugabi. I share let
me present you some questions be aircraft to form wow aircraft Apache helicopters near there to form or baby let's take a time and look at it. I don't want years on the CIA come and tell me something that they knew about what was going on in Ghana or they knew how the Z9 lost track. I'm telling you, let's find out, let's get information because look, was it a human error? Was it a mechanical error? Was it a technical error? Did anybody induce anybody in the plane? Because flight sergeant, then the flying officer, Manichu, you know, it's a BSc geography graduate from NUS, first class. Check, even go and find out, even when we went to the academy, the flight academy, his performance, his knowledge level, how his seniors would approach him, because of his understanding of the geography and the terrain. So somebody like that, he just flew from Takrady on Sunday, the same crew with the same Z9. So if they rested and they came back on Wednesday, then they buy. Midisa Z9 so don't tell me anything about the Z9. It has a high super light fog lighter. Unam munukra na tumkra or sonica now no to me from. He has special features. That is why they were traveling on it. So why? What happened? Why Dr. Mutala? Why Mutala? Why Muniru, former agric minister? Why? I'm asking, why Dr. Samuel Sapon? Why that young man from the PC from Obuasi? Yes, Abuaji. Fresh, young, political, you know, the freshness, the crown, the looks, the crown. Why? To me said, bright future. Why? Then I ask, the squadron leader on board, why him? Why him?
BBC was wrong.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Because for you to get lost, they knew where they were going. And that's what I told you. There was somebody on the plane, which is a flying officer, who is a geographical expert. So when they took off from Accra, they knew they were flying over a forest zone. They knew the heights they had to maintain over the trees. It been a touch, man. I'm telling you something just quickly off the guy. What's it? You control with your joystick. A better you sleep through in summer before you come back seconds. Who will win? Anything could have happened. But that
helicopter suit in Lande US baby.
At short notice you can do it. If you get you have to. That's why you keep on. You get information, but you must stay in the radar. They got off the radar. So who will relay that information to you? It is who will relay back that you are in danger, and then they will ask you where they will see exactly where you are, and they can ask you to drop high. Where do you feel radar? You move radar also. That is what I'm asking. Human error, technical, mechanical, we have to find out. Yes. The people to me, I dream body will be team because Usho Mania, he will be Ghana's future president. A future president that we didn't have. And somebody who had control. You ready to know what's in
Yeah, if I say last.
We ain't some who itimi a course or channel so. My man was a soldier, I will have a sense of body in their dumbi a dominion. We ain't shame, not yen sign and faddy chin say and sign so.